Majuba. We pay homage, it's the Ilajuba. We seek the great spirit's approval, manifesting the ancestral maneuver. As the Orishas move you, my child, let me speak to your spirit. You warriors calling a little louder, I want you to hear it. Just face it, don't fear it. Your mirror reflection, revere it. Shadow work, you will clear it. Just the seasons will change. You are called to rise. Open your eyes, realize, rearrange. It's not a game, press past through your pain. We are not mediocre nor mundane. You are great now, claim your new name. Break free from the chains. I just want you to see through and see true. See yourself as all of the mind sees you. The God in you, manifest your breakthrough. Standing tall, seeing life from a bird's eye view. While manifesting your Odu. We keep it real, real life and reveal. It's all in me, my destiny. I will find, follow, fulfill my destiny. Majuba, we pay homage, it's the Ilajuba. We seek the great spirit's approval, manifesting the ancestral maneuver. As the Orishas move you. Just the Ilajuba.
Abora boy, this is a little holiday of Idin Ka Ifa Temple at Cairo at Cabo. We welcome you, folks on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Also, people on TikTok. Good to see you. Thank you all so much for joining us today. So, let us begin with prayer. So, before we even begin, let us start with prayer. All right. Mojuba loro, mojuba leda, mojuba olodo mare, mojuba bobo rumale, mojuba bobo male, mojuba bobo egun tembele solodo mare, mojuba miss mother de lusu dames mare, mojuba dars ha, mojuba base mercy, mojuba fidenos, mojuba clipper denus rockers, mojuba dale, mojuba sign, mojuba naga, mojuba clipper homes. Mojuba Clipper Rockers, Mojuba Jenny Dunn, Mojuba Katie Bell, Mojuba Stabella, Mojuba James Ovix, Mojuba Benny Nuchino, Wamba Nono, Black Dennis, Agustin Vilno, Mojuba Bobo Egun, Tembi Lise, Olodomare, ancestors. We call on all of our ancestors to come and support us. We ask you to continue to ward off all death, ward off all sickness, ward off cases, controversies, ward off fights, litigation, losses, and outright fights from us today. We call on you. Ejogbe. Ifa says it is a gradual process. I say it is a gradual process. Where is the rat of yesternight? The poor rat of yesternight is still alive. Let her continue to suffer. Let her continue to experience want. She will soon become great. She will soon become prominent. She will soon become known as Torofini, the leader among all rats. We have made Torofini the leader now. All rats, come and pay your tribute. All rats. Ifa says it is a gradual process. I say that it is a gradual process. Where is the poor fish of yesternight? The poor fish of yesternight is still alive. Let her continue to suffer. Let her continue to experience want. She will soon become great. She will soon become prominent. She will soon become known as Akagba, the leader among all fish. We have made Akagba the leader of all fish. Come and pay your tribute, all fish. Ifa says is a gradual process. I say is a gradual process. Where is the poor bird of yesternight? The poor bird of yesternight is still alive. Let her continue to suffer. Let her continue to experience want. She will soon become great. She will soon become prominent. She will soon become known as Okinini, the leader among all birds. We have made Okin the leader now of all birds. All birds, come and pay your tribute. Come and pay honor. Ifa says is a gradual process. I say it's a gradual process. Where is the poor beast of yesternight? The poor beast of yesternight is still alive. Let her continue to experience want. Let her continue to experience desire. She will soon become great. She will soon become prominent. She will soon be known as Kidniun, the leader among all beasts. We've made Kidniun the leader of all beasts. Come now and pay your tribute, all beasts. Ifa says is a gradual process. I say is a gradual process. Where is the poor man of yesternight? The poor man of yesternight, he is still alive. Let him continue to suffer. Let him continue to experience want. He will soon become great. He will soon become known as Okambi, the leader among all human beings. We have made Okambi the leader now for all human beings. Come and pay your tribute. Come and pay homage. All humans. Ifa, what you are saying is that in the process of becoming, there is some suffering. Ifa, please help us to endure the challenge that it takes to actualize our destiny at this time. Ifa, we ask that you ward off all death, ward off all sickness, ward off cases, controversies, ward off fights, ward off litigation, losses, and our fights. Bring forth to us long life, wealth, good spouse, good children, longevity, prosperity, victory over adversity, peace of mind, joy, healing, and all the things of life. Before we ask that you would support us, support me as we bring this message. Please, Ifa, move my ego out of the way so that we can hear words from you. Ima kamimene amo, ima kamimene ano, ima kamimene adeloko, tamole tori Ifa alonini, ebora timpanini, enibanami awanti Ifa leledo. Ifa, please come to our support. Come and help us today. Guide, direct, protect, and keep us safe, healthy, keep us whole. Ashu, Oshetra, tiny other feet of Tubu. The size of the command is not big enough to use head yet. Had I been enough to use this head, I would have taken it home and enjoyed my head with it. Easy five decorations to Ola. I'm going spiritual mission to Jibbalin. We call up against Santa money. Consult and make rich calling out Ola, respecting and Jibbalin. Oshetra, to get a wool. Oshetra, kicking and Bagisa. After I chopped against the tree, cast the room, and he was Ibana, share from all of them on. If an award tells you you should be wealthy, you should surely be wealthy. I kick it in Bagisa, and the mouth of one side Zibana share, and the mouth of an award. If no one should have joy, you should live joy. I kick it in Bagisa, and the mouth of one side Zibana share, and the mouth of an award. If no one should have victory, you should live victory. I kick it in Bagisa, and the mouth of one side Zibana share, and the mouth of an award. To Essie, maybe so surely shall it be. Àṣẹ òrìṣà lẹ́nu mi ò àṣẹ òrìṣà lẹ́nu mi bọ́bọ́n tí mo bá màmá wí o ìlú mọ̀lẹ́ ó bà Ifá ó bà ó àṣẹ òrìṣà lẹ́nu mi. Bí mo dúró tí mo ń súré, bí mo ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ tí mo ń súré, bí mo kúnlé tí mo ń súré, bí mo jókòó tí mo ń súré. Ìrètí mo sùn orí ti bọ́, orí ẹni làrúrẹ̀ ìyá ni ọ̀, orí ẹni làrúrẹ̀ ìyá ni, ojúlọ́ mi fọwọ́ mórí, orí ẹni làrúrẹ̀ ìyá ni, àṣẹ o, òbúrò ẹ̀ṣá azú, Ifá ọba lọ́run, àtìbàtà ajú, Ifá ọba lọ́run, ó ṣe àrò ìlà Ifá ti bọ́. All of Damar and the divinities, we ask that you would come and support us. Please come and ward off all death, ward off all sickness, ward off cases, controversies, ward off fights, litigation, losses, outright fights from us at this time. And in its place, bring to us long life, wealth, good spouse, good children, peace of mind, healing, joy, success, and victory. Ifa, help us to continue to find, follow, and fulfill our destiny. Alaboru, Aboye, Aboshishe, Aboto. Thank you all so much. It's good to see you all today. We have another really impactful message for you today. What I want before we even begin, I want everyone to like and share. Tell a friend, because this is something that will benefit not just the Ifa follower. So I'm going to give you a moment to do that. I am Oluo Fakolade of Idin Kaifa Temple. Thank you for joining us. We welcome you. And yeah, I'm just going to give you all a second to like and share, and then we'll start. All right. Good to see you too. Good to see you. Good to see you there in TikTok, Facebook, Instagram land. Thank you all for joining us. Good to see you. All right. So let's begin. Some of you are asking the question, why did this happen to me? Why did my marriage fail? Why did I lose that job? Why did I lose that child? Why did the business collapse? Why did my friends leave? Why did I have to start over? Now, what if I told you that some of the worst moments in your life are not spiritual attacks? These were instead introductions. Because every great destiny has a beginning. It has a valley story. Every situation has a valley, and it never starts in comfort. They always start with crisis. They always start with a level of confusion. They start with some sort of pain, some tragedy. And the tragedy is not separate from the destiny. The tragedy is often the doorway to the destiny. Some of you think your story is an ending. Ifa says that your story is just the beginning. When we think of this, many of us ask the question, why am I here? And Ifa says, you chose your destiny. You chose your lessons. You chose your opportunities. You chose these challenges, and you chose your greatness. Before you came into the world, you had a conversation with destiny. So you are not here by accident. You are here by agreement. Let's look at the Odu Ifa Ogbe Obara. Ifa says, we knelt down, we chose our destinies. On getting to earth, we are too much in a hurry to fulfill our destinies. Destiny can never be completely rechosen unless you reincarnate. These were Ifa's declarations to Edi, the one who shall be paddling human beings from heaven to earth. He was advised to offer Ebo. He complied. So what this Ifa is telling us is that we chose destiny. So you chose this no matter what. And that is empowering because you can unchoose some things and you can make different choices. Let us look at the Odu Ifa Iwuri Bogbe. Oloko Ifa says, the successful person on earth is the lazy one in heaven. These were Ifa's declarations to Orunmila when he was leading 7 divinities to the world. He was advised to offer Ebo. He complied. Now, in this story, Orunmila was coming into the world, and as he was coming into the world, he had 7 other divinities with him. He had Ogun, he had Ochosi, and Ija, which are both part of Ogun's Egbe. He had Obatala, he had Shango, he had Obaluaye, he also had Eshu Odara. And all had chosen their destinies, and they moved into an area called Iwuri Bogbe Oloko, and what that basically means is Iwuri Bogbe, Iwuri Ogbe, the hoe dealer. Iwuri Bogbe gave each of them a hoe, And they were all asked to dig the ground. He didn't tell them how much to dig. He didn't tell them how little to dig. He literally just gave them a hoe and moved aside and watched passively as they dug. All 8 were in this realm for 3 months. Before Orunmila arrived in the realm, he went for Ifa consultation. He was told not to dig a very deep hole. Digging a deep hole in heaven would affect him in a negative way as soon as he arrived on earth. Orunmila let the hoe hit the ground, boom, and just turned over a little bit of soil. The 7 other Irumole, they dug and dug and dug. Ogun dug the deepest hole, and he was the strongest of them all. The 7 of them laughed at Orunmila for being so lazy. Iworibe Bogbe came back, and he said nothing. Made no comments about how deep the hole was or who made this great hole or that great hole or that small hole. He told the 8 of them to hold on to the tree of forgetfulness. Igi, Igbaba, Igi, Igbabe. This is the tree of forgetfulness. This is important because all of us have come into the world and we have held on to this tree of forgetfulness. So we forget our destiny before we come. So in order to pass by the river of dye and blood, that's what they did. They held on to this tree. And when they came into the world, they all went into their respective businesses and their choices. Orunmila, he was an individual who raised chickens. He got 3 hens, and he had 1 rooster, and the hen had chicks. One of the chicks died, and that chick was buried, and that chick's remains were enough to fill Orunmila's ditch in heaven. It didn't take much. It was shallow. After that, Orunmila began to become great. But all the other 7 Irumole found it difficult to succeed. Ogun would go, he would hunt an animal, and it would run off into the bush and die. It took Ogun many days to find the dead animal, and many times when he found the animal, that animal would be full of maggots, and he wouldn't be able to eat it. This animal would be thrown into the ditch that Ogun had created while he was in heaven. All the Irumole had dug deep holes in heaven, and this problem was what created their issues. They were experiencing losses on earth as a means to fill the hole that they dug in Orun. This ditch is called Kotofa, the ditch of loss and setback. These holes were being filled with all their Ebo materials, all their sacrifices, and before they could experience any kind of blessings here on earth, they had to fill that ditch that they had created in heaven. So now, if you are asking, why does nothing stay in my hand? It is because some of us are still filling ditches. Some of your losses are not punishment. They are preparation. Some people aren't behind. What they're actually doing is filling a ditch. You keep calling it failure. Ifa calls it clearing a debt. Every hero has a ditch to fill. Every hero has a wound. Every hero has a tragedy. Let's look at the Odu Oturponogunda. Ifa says that all 401, Irumole, were going to the war of Abofoluke. They knew they would defeat the people there in the war, and they knew that they would bring back many spoils of war. All the Irumole went to the war, and Orumila went for Ifa consultation. When he went for Ifa consultation, he wanted to know would he profit from this war? Ifa said, no. Orumila, you should allow all the other Irumole to go first. They went and they made a lot of profit from that war. They came back wealthy. Orumila saw how all their lives had been transformed. Orumila then finally left for Abofoluke, and there was nothing left. All that Orumila found were some drums. Eshu Odara then showed up and said, Orumila, take the drums. While the other Irumole had crowns, they had money, they had beads, Orumila was not happy at all. At the time, when it was for Orumila's festival, that was when he brought out the drums. And everyone danced and enjoyed the drums. And at this moment, Shango remembered that he had a festival. And that the previous year, nobody danced at his festival. It was dull and drab. So Shango wanted those drums. He was like, come, bring your people, bring the drums. Eshu went to Shango, mentioned that if he wanted this festival to be a success, then he should go get the drums that Orumila got from Abofoluke. And then Shango agreed. And this time, the festival was fantastic. By the end, Orumila owned the wealth that Shango got from the war. Then Ogun wanted a festival. And then he told Obatala. And Obatala told Oshun. And all the Irumole were telling, hey, you got to get these fantastic drums that Orumila got from Abofoluke. You will pay whatever. And by the end of it, Orumila owned all the wealth from all the Irumole just from these drums. What looked like a setback initially became the setup. Everybody got crowns. Everybody got wealth. Everybody got beads. Everybody got gold. Orumila got drums. Everybody laughed at the drums until they needed the drums. Stop comparing your assignment to somebody else's reward. The thing that looks worthless today may become the thing that everybody needs tomorrow. Your valley is confusing because you don't know why Olodumare gave you drums. You don't know why you don't have resources. Let's go to this point. Destiny often looks like a bad deal at first. Your destiny looks horrible at first. And it's by design. Everybody else got gold. Everybody got wealth. Everybody got crowns. Everybody got recognition. Orumila got some drums. Imagine being the last one there. Imagine watching everyone else win. Imagine wondering if Ifa got it wrong. But what looked like loss was actually leverage. What looked like leftovers was actually destiny. The lesson: stop judging your destiny by comparing it to somebody else's harvest. Everybody else got treasures, but Orumila got value. So don't quit in the valley. Imagine meeting Malcolm X, not El Hajj Malik Shabazz, not Malcolm, not the great leader, not the freedom fighter. Imagine just meeting inmate 22843. most would have judged the beginning. But God was looking at the ending. When you think about a 30-foot tall tree, that 30-foot tall tree has roots that go 30 feet deep into the ground. Sometimes the roots come before it grows up. Sometimes our destinies are not manifested yet because we have to be built down before we're built up. Think of Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman struggled to find steady acting work. He performed in off-Broadway plays for decades. And then he lands a breakthrough role at the age of 52. At 52, his life begins as we know it, or as pop culture knows it, with a little movie called Driving Miss Daisy that won Academy Awards. Toni Morrison worked as an editor at a university for years, university professor. She published her debut novel, The Bluest Eye, at age 39. At the time when everybody else is saying, oh, you're middle-aged, she is just publishing her first breakthrough novel. And guess what? Toni Morrison didn't get the Nobel Prize for Literature until she turned 62. Julia Child released her first cookbook at 39 and got her own cooking show at 51. When we think of the actor Harrison Ford at 30, he was a carpenter. At age 23, Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first reporting job. When we look at the elephant, an elephant is pregnant for 22 months. Imagine that, 22 months. That's like 2 years, yo. 22 months before birthing. Because what the elephant is birthing is not what everybody else is birthing. The elephant is birthing something that's going to shake the earth. Your destiny is like that. Your destiny takes time to manifest. People are judging the chapter while God is still writing it. So, what are we saying? In conclusion, some of you are standing in the ditch. Some of you are carrying drums. Some of you are still in transformation. Some of you are still underground growing roots. Some of you are still filling the hole you dug before you came here. But Ifa sent me to tell you this: your valley experience is not your destiny. This sermon is for those people who are tired, those individuals who almost gave up, those who thought their story was over, but the divorce, that was not the end. The bankruptcy, it was not the end. The betrayal was not the end. That diagnosis, it was not the end. That prison sentence was not the end. The depression was not the end. The beginning is not the ending, y'all. And some of you listening right now are still in a fever, still in the pressure, still in the fire. But Ifa said, don't quit in the valley experience, because your chapter is not done. It's not finished being written. The promise still exists. The process still works. The transformation is still happening. And if you do not quit, if you do not abandon your Ori, if you do not abandon Ifa, the same people who watched you struggle, those are the same ones who will watch you become. All right, everybody repeat after me in the chat or wherever you are. You can either say this out loud, you can type it in the chat. I don't care, but I need you to say this with me. My suffering ends today. Next, I want you to affirm this. I am in alignment. All right. Now, I want you to talk about your choices. I chose greatness. Next, my destiny is manifesting. Next, my roots are growing. And last but not least, my transformation is not over. And my valley is not my destiny. Now, everybody say Ashe. I want you to affirm those things every day because we need to reprogram ourselves. We need to reprogram and program our destiny, right? It is not just that you wake up and pray. You wake up and you program your day. You wake up and you program your destiny for the day. I want everyone to know that you can do that. You have the power to do that. And when you wake up, I want you to do that first. Before you do anything else, wake up and start putting blessings on your life. Start putting blessings on your children's lives. Start putting blessings on your spouse's lives. Start putting blessings on your family, your loved ones' lives. Just put blessings on them. Affirm those things every day. And guess what? You can manifest it. You can do it. You really can. Right? Ifa has given us that power. And I think sometimes many of us think it's about an Ebo. And yes, Ebo is important. We think it's about, oh, I got to get this divination. And yes, casting Ifa is important. But the other thing is your homework. When you offer the Ebo, when you do those things, when you get Ifa consultation, you got to do your homework. And this is that Ifa homework. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. So, folks, once again, we have some announcements. So, those of you who would like to join our Omoawo Ifa program for Ifa initiates, people who are initiated to Ifa, you can do so. You can go on the website or you can contact us at 323-244-1133. That's on the thing below there on the Facebook, Instagram, YouTube page. It's right below. So those of you in TikTok world, 323-244-1133. If you would like to make donations via Zelle, you can use that number. Also, if you would like to contact us for Ifa training and or rituals, we just did the Ebo for Temple Itarogun. We did that 2 days ago. Day before yesterday, we did it. So we'll be doing more rituals here. Did a lot of things yesterday. I did a lot of stuff. So those of you who would like to learn more, we're in McDonough, Georgia, and I need some help. So I'm always running animals this place, picking them up, doing these things. If you want to learn, study, and get more information and be in ethical community, join us. If you'd like to become a member, you can go to the website www.idinkaa.ifatemple.com and you can join there, or you can text us, email us, or whatever, and just inquire about like, hey, what can I do? How do I become a member? How can I become part of this, right? And we'll help you. We'll help you. So with that, let me jump into the comments because I know some people were there. I want to acknowledge you. Thank you, Awajola. for joining us. Thank you, Malek Malek Kush. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Tifashe. Ia, good to see you. Ia Barbara, good to see you. All right. Thank you so much. Ruwaumi, Aboshisha Agbato. Annette, good to see you. Being Ricks, good to see you. All right. Barbara Powers, thank you so much. Thank you all for your comments. Thank you for jumping in there and engaging in this conversation that we're having. Ashe, okay, Ashe, yeah. She's mentioning the Ifa New Year. Yes, the Ifa New Year. We've done it. We've done it. We've done it. It has happened. If you want to offer Ebo for the new year, please stay tuned. We're going to be getting the messages very soon. Last week, the Odu that we cast for the International Ifa Festival in Ekiti, it was Eroson Agbe, and I believe the Odu Ifa that was cast in Ife was Osaleye. So as you can see, there's so very much similarity between everything that's going on, every place, every year. The similarity in the Odu Ifa that comes out in Ife and the one that comes out in Ekiti is very, very, they kind of work as bookends. So Ifa is giving us the, a balanced perspective. So we will be offering a bow for Eroson Agbe. All right. So those of you who are interested, please contact us. We'll talk more about that as the information comes. Along with that, if you would like to give donations, you can give donations at 323-244-1133. Thank you, Ia Barbara. May Olodumare please bless you. May Ifa bless you. You've been very supportive to us, and we thank you so much, Ia Barbara Powers, for your blessing us with your donations today and all the other days. Thank you so much. Also, if you still want to participate in the Itarogun Ebo, we have one more piece that we need to do. I have to go and get a catfish, and I'll be doing that today with the blessings of Olodumare. I'll either do that today or tomorrow, and we'll prepare it and give it to the Irumole. So that will complete the Ebo when we're done. All right, so if you all have any questions, any comments, those of you who are on TikTok will be on TikTok a little bit longer. So if you are on any other platform, go onto the TikTok. The TikTok is under Jason Ifakolade. So you can just go there. We'll talk a little bit longer. All right, so let us close with prayer. Olodumare, we thank you for life, health, strength, food, clothing, shelter. We ask that you would continue to support us. Continue to support us and help us to continue to support your plan for us, which is our destiny. Help us to continue to manifest that destiny. Continue to grow forward with that destiny. Help us to continue to find, follow, and fulfill that destiny and be committed to that destiny, because we know that you have picked us to win. You picked us to become great. Help us to be all the great things that we have chosen and you have chosen for us. Help us in the times that we have low self-esteem to see ourselves in the mirror the way that God sees us, to see us the way Olodumare sees us, to see us the way the Irumole see us. Help us to see ourselves the way you see us. Aboru, Aboye, Aboshishe, Aboto. Thank you all so very much, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week.